Do you know what my favorite thing to do is outside of painting is filling a new palette, and that's what we're going to do today. So let's get started. Hey everyone, it's Leanne. Welcome to a new video on my channel. So today I have a new palette. I'm working on a travel kit, and so I just wanted to share my thoughts on the palette that I'm making, the colors I picked. I have them all laid out here, and kind of share with you what I think about the palette, and maybe I'll do a comparison after when I come back from vacation, how I like it. But let's take a look. So right now I've outlined all my colors. I have a palette that I'm working with right now. I have this Etcher palette, and I love this palette. I use it every time I color or paint. And so this one is the super mini one. It has the extra wells. I'll pull it out so I can show you. It's a ceramic palette, and so you get this little mixing dish that I use quite a bit. And then this is the palette itself. And I don't know the exact number. I think it's 32 or something colors. I don't have it all filled out, but I'm excited because I do have space in my palette. So when I see a new color, I can add a new color. And I actually did add a new color just about a week ago. I picked up this Shire blue. If you watched my haul video from Jackson's Art, I seen Sarah Burns using this, and I thought it was so pretty. I love green. Green is not my favorite color, but when it comes to paint, I go bananas for green for some reason. I don't know why. My favorite color is actually yellow, and I only have a couple yellow. But this Shire blue is here, and it's so pretty, and I love the granulation. So I want to put that in my new palette. But the reason why I'm not taking this palette with me on vacation is because it's heavy. It's a ceramic palette too, and I don't want it to break, and I do love this so much. And the size of the wells seem very tiny, but I don't find that they're tiny at all. I use this without issue, and I've had people ask me, or in comments, if it does, because it does seem small, but it's not. You would think it would be, but it works really well. So I am super happy with this palette. The only thing about my new palette that I'm gonna fill is I can't take all my colors, and I know it's better practice to mix from yellow, magenta, cyan. I took graphic design, I did color theory, I know the whole story, but honestly, convenience colors are just quicker, and I just like convenience. I definitely like convenience, so I'll be sad that I can't take all my colors, but I'm going to show you which ones I'm taking. I do love this palette, though. I just wish it wasn't so heavy. If there was a plastic version that I could take with me, I would do it in a heartbeat. And I don't know, this tin is aluminum or metal or whatever. Aluminum, I guess, or whatever, so that's kind of adds to the weight, too. I can't, and if anything happened to this, I would cry. So I'm going to show you what I'm taking. So I picked up a micro portable painter. My goodness, you know what? I've just opened this. It's been sitting on my desk, and I just stacked it with all my art supplies, and it's already dirty. And so this plastic must really pick up the markings really easily, I'm thinking. But anyways, I'll show you a quick look at this. I love that this is very tiny. I'm not crazy about the depth. It's kind of bulky in that sense, but it's not very big. And I do like that it's lightweight plastic. All these little pieces come out and create more working surfaces to mix paint. I like the way that it's tapered into these areas so it doesn't just have a chance of spilling over. And so this could be like a water portion, or you could use it as a mixing area too. There's separations, light separations in the bottom there. It's so well designed. It's very smartly designed. And so you just open it up like this. And again, you just hook on these edges. You can put them on either side. They're both interchangeable that way. And it just gives you this nice big palette with these 6 wells. This is the one I ordered. After I bought this, I realized that you could get new wells to fit that would be half the size. And because I'm used to working with my Etcher palette that has the tiny wells, I decided to order that extension. This took about a month to come in the mail. I ordered directly from the Portable Painter website, and I'm so glad it came on Thursday, I think, and I leave on Tuesday. So, and I ordered it like a month ago. So I was really nervous it wasn't going to get here, but I did order the expansion and I'm going to show you everything that's in here. So inside is a little bit of paperwork about the palette. It has some combinations that you could work through, shows different layouts and stuff with the ones that they give you and the different colors. That's really cool to look at. And these are the palettes. So it has these mini wells, and this should expand my palette from 6 colors to, let me see, 4, 8, I can't count by 4s or 8s. 4, 8, 12, 34, 15, 16. So this will expand the colors that I can fit in my palette from 6 colors to 16 colors. Yeah, 16. As a graphic designer, I am terrible at math. I cannot count to save my life. We're going to take these out. This will give me exactly enough. You also get these little sticky bits to put in the bottom so that the pans stay stuck inside the palette. There's also these half pans or half dividers that would be, I mean, that would be useful too. I just like a lot of color, and I don't ever find that I run out of a color quickly, and I'm painting in a small notebook anyways, should be fine. So basically these pans pop out and they've got little sticky dots on the bottom of the pans that kind of keep them stuck to the bottom of the palette box. And so unfortunately, I don't want to, maybe I'll just lightly stick them together to store them. And then these ones should go like this. I love this so much. This is right up my alley. This is totally my thing. With all these little wells, all this extra space, this is a great size palette for putting those colors in. So I'm gonna get out the little stickies and put this together. And then we'll fill it with paint. I'm gonna show you the colors that I'm putting in my palette. Now my palette's ready. I've got everything laid in and the little sticky dots, so it's ready to fill. And I'm gonna put my paints in now. I'm gonna show you the colors that I chose. Also, I didn't mention it did come with this little notebook too with the main palette, the main portable painter package. This was not with the extra pans, but this was with the actual unit itself. So it describes everything and talks about taking them out and connecting and all the different options there. For my new palette, these are the colors I'm going to use. I primarily paint with Core watercolors. I do have a few extras in here, but I'll show you all the ones that I've picked and what we're going to put in the palette today. Hansa Yellow Light from Core, Quinacridone Gold, Transparent Pyrrole Orange, Transparent Red Oxide, Yellow Ochre, Sap Green, Phthalo Green Blue Shade, and Shire Blue from Schmincke. This is a new one for me. Holbein Opera Color, Quinacridone Magenta, Quinacridone Violet, Dioxazine Purple, Cobalt Teal, Phthalo Blue Green Shade, Ultramarine, and from Winsor & Newton I have Indigo, a beautiful, beautiful color. Primarily my colors came out of these 2 core kits. I have the introductory set and the high chroma. And yeah, this was most of my palette. Let's get started filling these. I'm also going to do a separate video that shows my travel setup and what I've picked. So be sure to subscribe so you're notified as that's posted as well. There's a look at my palette all filled up. I'm excited to paint with this. I think this looks really good. I roughly cut out a little slip of paper, watercolor paper. This is Canson. I have one of the XL pads I use for scrap paper, and it fits right in here. So I'm just going to do some swatches pretty shortly and just to have this as a sample reference card. But I've also written down the names of all the colors that I put in my palette. They'll be linked in the description below, and I also keep a record so that when I have to refill, if I have a brain block, I can put the right color in the right little container. I also found when I was filling the palettes of these 2 sizes that the smaller one was easier to fill in because of the smaller size wells. This one just has a tinier nozzle or end on it. So I was able to get it right into the little squares and move the paint around a little bit to fill in the corners. Whereas with this one, it was only able to really just sit on top, and I had to wait until it leveled up and then kind of push back into the tube, and it would the tube being in that position would push the paint back out, but then it made more of a mess. So I actually did prefer these smaller ones for filling this smaller palette. I hope you enjoyed this look at my new Portable Painter micro palette. There is another size from Portable Painter that's larger, and it has larger water cups that sit on the sides. You can put it over your knee, or it can act like a little table, like a bench. It sits up and then over, and it has like a bigger, more like a typical travel size with two folding out wings like this. If you want to check that out, I'm going to put a link in the description below to their site as well, so you can check out all the different ones. I hope you enjoyed this look at setting up my micro palette. Thanks for taking this journey with me and seeing all the colors that I picked. Some of my choices were based on the fact that I am going to a Caribbean destination, so kind of those brighter colors are going to come in handy, I think. I'm going to do a video next that's going to show my travel kit. I've been working on a setup, and this is part of it, and I'm going to show you what I'm taking with me on vacation. So be sure to stay tuned. Subscribe so you're notified as that video is posted. And if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Thank you so much for watching.